Alexa, stop! Punk Unicorn! Punk Unicorn! Episode 11, coming to you from a different location.
We're at the sperm bank.
Yes, we are, and I'm ovulating. Are you in the market for one of them bald-headed children? Well, have we got a deal for you?
We do. Tall, blonde, blue-eyed, most likely.
Butch?
Yeah, very butch.
Violent?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I was a extremely violent child.
Possibly bipolar. Let's just skirt it. Are you having fertility issues? He's the sperm bank and I'm ovulating. Do you want a pretty baby that looks like Mama K and Nikki B? Of course you do, bitch.
Of course you do.
Welcome to the Punk Unicorns
Podcast with your host, Nikki B
and
Mama
Mama
K.
Hey. So last week we went to the cemetery.
Yeah, we heard that you guys really liked that, so we're gonna have more things planned like that for the summer.
Yes, I am excited about that. We're going on lots and lots and lots of field trips. We are. But today we are in my house because I have been a renter for the past 16 years. I had a house prior to this for 8 years, and I've lived in this house for 8 years. And, you know, you get bored with the same old, but you can't really change a whole lot if you rent.
Right,
or can you?
Oh, yes, you can.
As long as your landlord says it's okay and approves it, you just let whatever dreams you have come to fruition.
That's true. If you want new countertops, just get Peel and Stick.
Peel and Stick. Those are the 4 words of today, ladies and gentlemen, and all things in between. Peel and Stick, bitch.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are those? What's
Peel
the 4th word?
Bitch. Peel and Stick.
Big bitch.
I don't know if you can see over my shoulder to the table in my dining room.
I can.
Now, do you see that lovely tablecloth? Is that a tablecloth? Or is it a curtain?
Well, it may have started its life as a curtain, but it is a tablecloth now.
Multi-purpose, multi-use, reduce, reuse, recycle.
And you know, the great thing about Peel and Stick is you can always unpeel and unstick it and change it at your will.
Yes. So, I have compiled this video to show the procedure that I went through over the last, 2 days to do a little mini transformation on my kitchen. I'm going to try to find the original video that I took when we did the walkthrough of this house 8 years ago, because I do believe I still have it. And it'll show you exactly how far it's come with where we've brought it.
Will you have that, like, Bob Vila kind of music, you know, where it's a little bit jazzy?
I actually did. I was listening to, not necessarily like Yanni type shit.
This Old House with Mama K.
Right, this old heap.
For real, PBS, we would love to be the new hosts of This Old House. Just saying.
I can do commentary.
Right, no, we're not doing carpentry work. We're just
if
gonna walk
Nikki
around.
B would be like, go up to the house and be like, oh, I could build this bathroom with one hand tied behind my back. I would be the one in the background going, but in all honesty, he would not do that with his hands tied behind his back.
He would hire an entire local crew.
While he cried on the floor and thanked them profusely for taking over this task.
Oh, senor.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Poor Nikki B.
Oh, now you're not ovulating.
No, I might be pregnant now.
Oh, mine still says sperm bank.
So, when in doubt, peel and stick, bitch.
Awesome.
Contact paper can just go so far. Contact paper can do so much. And if you want to change the flooring, now I'm not saying do this in the kitchen because depending on the size of your kitchen, this would be a massive, massive task. But if you're doing a small area like a bathroom or a laundry area, and you want to change the flooring, but you don't want to do the peel and stick because that can do damage to your floors. It can break up the tile. It can break your freaking nails.
How
It
does
can
peel and
break your
stick
back.
break your tile?
Because sometimes that stuff is pretty damn forceful to come. We did have some peel
like
and
when
stick
you're
on
pulling
here.
it up.
Yes, it can be difficult to
Okay.
pull up. So, what I've done in the past, and what my next project is actually my bathroom. Again.
That's kind of creepy. The Dark Lord just shut the door for us.
Thank you. That was my brother. He's leaving. My brother was just leaving. He was in the cabinet in his urn, but apparently he needed some fresh air.
He heard that.
Well, stay out there now. I'm recording, bitch. Anyway, so small areas like laundry areas or bathroom, you go get you some of that blue painter's tape.
Mm-hmm.
Line the hell out of your floor. Like, everywhere you want to put tile, clearly on the floor, cover it with the painter's tape. Then, put your peel and sticks on top. Easy as pie to pull back up. Now, of course, you're going to have to keep into consideration in that aspect of it. I would go get one of those plastic things that go over top of, like, rugs to protect them.
You mean the old lady things that if they accidentally peel up on the corner, you're stabbing your feet?
You're killing yourself. Go get one of those things and put that over top of your rug with some grippers. That way, make sure you know there's some holes in it or whatever. So your stinky feet and stuff. And
My
your
granny had
drippy.
paths all through her house out of that plastic stuff.
Yeah, I remember that's crazy stuff. But that'll help to where it'll still, your feet will still be dry. It's not going to get your floor incredibly wet, because with that process too, you got to think, if you have a major spill, that shit's going to come up, because that painter's tape ain't forever. And it's not that sticky. So if you're going to go that route, please keep in mind you're going to have to keep that shit bone fucking dry. So if you got a significant other, or if you got boys that miss,
Oh, you do? You should just keep
You
a rug under the toilet, period.
you should just not. I do have 3 adult men in this home that still manage to miss. And so there's that. But yes, the bathroom is next. I thought Stella was snoring.
It's because they don't pee right. You're really supposed to pee by, like, assuming the position like you're being frisked.
Right. I thought there were. I figured there was a way. Please
Lean
excuse.
up against the wall.
Please excuse the barking. That is my dog Ripley. She has separation anxieties, but they also love their Uncle Nicky B a little too much.
You know what's wonderful?
Somebody sound like somebody was coming.
It's
through the-
thundering. No, it's the wind. It's the barometric pressure change.
Oh, that's right. We're supposed to have thunderstorms.
I farted and it shoved the door out.
That's what it was. It was the pressure.
It's the
So,
fecometric
speaking
pressure.
of pressure, somebody has been under a lot of pressure to where they felt like they had to do an interview to kind of clear the air a little bit.
Could it be Martha?
Martha? Why, yes. So,
I see you, baby cat.
little reindeer came forward. Fiona Harvey. Fiona. That's gonna be me.
Not to be confused with Shrek.
No. Well, but what I find so absolutely mind-blowing is this Richard Gadfucker says, I specifically and purposely hid all these details about this woman so you could not find her and leave her alone. No. Like, no, that's not true, sir.
Didn't he show her when she yelled at the one? Because he had where he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, and that is my stalker."
Well, yeah, And you know, I thought about that too. Like, there had to have been people in that circle that has seen this movie, that was there, that was like, that's the bitch.
They was like, oh, I know her. I used to work with her
He
at the
says,
Pick and Pack.
Now, as we said before, we talked about this before we started filming, she had me almost like...
Feeling sorry for her? I did too.
I mean, like, I believed her, but then here's the thing that kind of pissed me off, but not pissed me off, because it kind of got you to see both aspects of it. You know, Pierce was like, did you leave, and don't quote me on this, but this is just an example. Did you send 40 voicemails? We'll say 40 voicemails. Or do you believe he has 40 voicemails of you? I highly doubt it.
I highly doubt it. That means yes, because a normal person would be like, fuck no, he doesn't. I didn't send him.
And then he says, you know, did you send like these 400,000 emails? And she's like, come on, who's got time to do that? Right, that's our question.
Obviously, you, Tina.
And she really is a lawyer. She really is an attorney. For real.
Oh, so she knows what she can get away with.
She was saying Richard Gadd is the one that's cornbread ain't done in the middle.
Well, obviously his is not either because of how...
This is where two mental illnesses met.
Because I talk about this a lot. A lot of people are not bisexual. They're just kind of slutty and they get drunk one night. And then they have buyer's remorse. But they're like, wow, that was really out of character for me. And instead of just taking it for what it was and having fun, I had to overanalyze the situation. Yeah. It's like, guess what? You had sex while you were drunk.
Ain't nothing but mammals.
Right? Get over it. It doesn't mean you're bisexual. It doesn't mean you're gay. It just means you did something. And
just wanna try you on.
But you went back for it. So you obviously just feel bad because you didn't get where you wanted in your career from it.
And you literally
until Netflix knocked on your door.
Or he knocked on Netflix's door. That's what I'm thinking.
What if he created all the emails himself?
She mentioned that. And in regards to like the voicemails, she said it's highly unlikely that he has that many voicemails. She said, unless he was recording me at some point. Which...
That would make sense because then he could act like they were voicemails.
Right, and he actually did. Well, no, that was it. In the depiction that he did, she had been wired up when he approached her to be like, you know, leave my family alone, leave me the fuck alone. You know, and that's when he gave her false hope. Like, if you leave them alone, then we can be together or whatever. However it was. Then he realizes the bitch was wearing a wire. Now, that's where the lawyer comes in. Okay, now there, I heard something in the dog.
Oh, it's just because somebody walked by. It's okay, Stella.
Stella, people are allowed to walk their animals. Stella is my English bulldog. She's a bitch.
But she's also really cute. She's so cute. Just imagine if that lady that everybody loved from The Voice England was a dog. That's her.
Susan Boyle.
Susan Boyles. It's Susan Boyles, the English bulldog.
Okay, now, look, now we gotta do it. I'm gonna bring her fat ass in here and I'm gonna put a sweater on her. Susan Boyles of the dogs. Stella, come here.
I also called her Stella McCartney earlier. She is not missing a leg, though.
No, but if she don't fucking quit being a bitch, she might be. I'll eat it for dinner. Here, well, look at her butthole. Don't look at her butthole. It's very dirty right now. She likes to sit in the mud. Stella, I need you to sit.
She's like, I am not playing along.
Don't jump, Stella. Don't
Stella,
jump.
be Susan Boyles for us. Go.
I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with new brakes. I'm invincible. I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play.
I mean, do you guys not see it? Was that not perfect or what? She even sings just like her. You look, come on, you big heifer.
There you go, heifer lump.
See, now that's how you get people to be
Hey,
in
don't be
videos
following
for
me back
free.
in here. I'm a one-man show. I work alone. Except for Nikki B. Oh my God, did I scare the piss out of you? You gotta go out now? Look, she's like, no, put me back on the chair. I want to be in the show. Ricky, put me in the show. No, Lucy. You can't be in the show.
Get out of there, Stella.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stella.
Yeah, that was absolutely wonderful.
Now, I have a dog allergy too. However, it's only to certain hairs.
Mine is to scratches. It's not even the hairs.
I will be itching the fuck out of myself and be broke out within the next 5 minutes.
I can roll around and love all over them.
But now the golden retrievers, fine. That one, fine.
Speaking of golden retrievers, Lestat is back. Interview with the Vampire came back on.
Man, I haven't seen the new one.
Let's just say that it is
Very gay? I heard it was very gay.
extremely extra gay, which the books were always...
Right on the edge.
Vampires are genderless.
Right.
They fuck whoever they want.
And then they suck their blood.
Well, it rarely is actual sex. It's more like they start to have sex, and then Lestat sucks all your blood and you're dead.
Man, that would be a horrible way to go. Like, I would at least want to get off before the end of it.
Oh, you do. This Lestat
just
is way
checking.
gayer than Tom Cruise Lestat.
See, Tom Cruise just never ever chimed my bell.
It's because you knew he was walking on platforms. Yeah, in case you didn't know that, in Interview with the Vampire, the movie, Tom Cruise was walking on fucking platforms because he's so short. And Brad Pitt's short too.
Oh, I don't care about
But
that.
Tom Cruise is way shorter.
Fuck Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is like your pocket gay at the club who's like 4'9.5".
I wonder if he's like the equivalent to the priests in the Scientology church.
He is the number 2 pope. He's right
He is
underneath.
number 2.
He's right under David Miscarriage.
Who's that?
The Pope of Scientology, that guy that allegedly made his wife disappear.
Oh, that guy!
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, anyway, it's been a quiet week. We haven't heard much update on,
There's no new Diddy news.
no new Diddy news at all. Everything's a little hush-hush. And
Let's just get this straight. JoJo Siwa did not invent gay pop.
no, oh my God.
I don't know what made her think that. She's obviously never seen ABBA or Cher or RuPaul or Divine, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh man, dream guest on my podcast? Oh, let's shake it up a bit. One of my exes. Dig him up, he's dead.
Do you know one of the best was when John Candy made fun of Divine on Second City? There are literally a
might not have
million.
seen
That was one of his main characters on Second City. I don't remember that.
I don't either.
But oh yeah, he totally did Divine a whole bunch of times. Really good too.
Wow.
Because you know, if he was still alive, he would have played Mrs. Turnblad maybe.
Oh, that would have been...
Pretty fucking funny.
That would have been really funny. So, what other alternative... So, let's think of another, like, major movie that still would have been good or even better if another actor had played the main role.
Okay, let's think of one for Divine.
If Divine would have played the main role?
Yeah, because Divine would have had a second coming with all the Medea movies.
Absolutely.
He would have been in all of those movies with Tyler Perry.
Absolutely. Well, I wonder how old Divine would be at this point. Probably.
John's in his early 70s. So Divine's the same age. They were in high school together. Graduated in like 65 or 63 or something like that.
Okay. So I would put Divine in
Grandpa roles already.
the lead. Well, I was thinking more the lead role in The Notebook. Make a Gay Notebook.
What's The Notebook?
Well, it's...
I'm one of those people. I don't know. I've never seen it.
You've never seen The Notebook? I have too, but for you to sit there and tell me what's The Notebook, tell me about The Notebook, I can't tell you about The Notebook because I don't fucking know. A notebook is something you write notes in. So let me figure out something else for Divine. Oh, let me see. With the movie with the guys and the guy,
Oh yeah, and the one guy.
Ben Affleck and the other guy, and they're in the war.
In the war. Oh.
And they've both
Pearl
loved
Harbor.
Pearl Harbor,
So-
the love interest from Pearl Harbor.
So Divine would play the love interest from Pearl Harbor?
Yes,
Well,
and
you know,
then-
that's true because Ben Affleck did like Cartman's hand.
And you know what? I think the Faith Hill video for the song of that movie would have been a lot more graceful had Divine
Sang back up.
Yes. When you look back on these days, I'll look and see your face. And then there's Divine with his eyebrows. You were right there for me.
I don't know the words, or I would
I
sing
know.
it with you.
In my dreams, I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart, there'll always be a place for you for all my life. Pearl Harbor
Pearl Harbor.
or Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, Divine would have been way better in Mrs. Doubtfire than Robin Williams. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like he was just hanging around.
Divine probably also would have been a guest judge permanently on RuPaul.
Oh, for sure.
Right next to Michelle
I
Visage.
mean, right next door.
Because Divine and RuPaul were good friends.
Yes. Let's take that out. Yeah, I could definitely see that collaboration. And I do believe that he would have made an appearance in Tu Wong Fu
Oh,
somewhere.
absolutely, Tu Wong Fu. And also, I would like to see...
Let's see how long it takes for her to knock the... Oh, is it up against the wall? She won't knock it over.
Divine would have made a great third aunt in Practical Magic.
Or the Halloween movie, the Sanderson sisters. She could have been like, oh my God,
She
you
could
know
have been Catherine
where?
and Jimmy's part.
Yeah, or she could
She
have
could have been
been.
Bette Midler's.
She could have been Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music. How do you solve a problem like Maria? Maria's a big problem.
Right, then you just see like Divine walking around out there like
Swish. How do you solve a problem like Maria?
I bet that that was I'm gonna pretend that was one of Divine's favorite musicals.
Oh my God. Oh, put different
Oh my
people
God.
in. Stella.
Stella.
She's gonna start walking across the table here in a minute. You put her on one she'll start growling. She won't bite you because her teeth aren't really that. But she got an alligator grip now. Stella, you can't walk on the island, Stella. That bitch gonna try to walk on the violent, and her fat old ass is gonna fall on the floor.
I know. I was gonna be like, so one of the disadvantages of bulldogs is they do whatever they want.
Yes, they do.
That's
why I said she's gonna knock the chair over. That's why we have to keep it up against the wall, because if we don't, she will.
Look, she thinks she is so gonna do it again.
Yeah. If
She's
we don't
like,
keep it
I'm
against the
getting
wall,
up
she'll
there.
get on it, and then it freaking falls over.
That's right.
Bullheaded ass bulldog.
That's right.
You know, I had a boyfriend one time, and my grandmother absolutely. She was not attracted to him, so she didn't like him. And I'm like, you ain't fucking him, lady. She would call him bulldog. She hated him.
Grandmas can be so weird. I'm so glad my grandma wasn't like that. She was always
my grandma was.
Nicholas, are you dating anybody? No, Grandma, I'm gay. Oh.
Hey,
that was it.
My dad for the longest time had a problem with my brother's sexuality, my brother being gay, and he would constantly.
It's because people start to think about it and they're like, you know what? Dick is pretty fucking hot.
Well, remind me to tell you about the dick bread. But,
dick bread.
But it would frustrate my brother. And I raised my brother. So to me, he was more than a brother. He was my kid. And you don't fuck with my kid. And my dad would just always be like, so son, did you get in any strange? You touch a titty? Like shit like that. And I'm like, Dad, he's gay. The sooner you're okay with it, the better off you're going to be, because he's getting really tired of you. And he would just keep doing it and keep doing it. One day, my brother got up the balls and he's like, I like Peter. And that's exactly how it went. And I mean, he was probably 16.
Peter.
He was probably 16 at the time. And Dad was just, Billy was not in the mood. When my brother was not in the mood for you, you better just stay the fuck away, because you might get told to shut up. You might get told to be. He gonna whoop your ass if you don't shut up, basically. And Dad just kept on and on and on, and finally he's like, I like Peter. And we laughed about that for like 3 fucking days, walked around the house, I like Peter. But yeah. And if you had asked my brother, when did you know you were gay? And he'd say, when my sister told me I was.
Oh, that's a funny story. A good friend of mine growing up, Michelle, I used to hang out at her house all the time. And her parents, they did not care. Anyway, freshman year, I came out to them in like my inner circle, but not at school. And I come over, like the week after having told Michelle I was gay, and of course she told her mom. And I walk in and we sit down and hang out because, it's coffee time, and we all get a cup of coffee, and she smokes like half a pack of cigarettes. And she's like, so, I heard you like sucking cock. Best response ever, because she loves me. So, anyway, that was super funny. I just started laughing.
I don't know.
I didn't even know what to say.
That took me to a funny story, like when there's an uncomfortable moment that becomes so incredibly comfortable that everybody just laughs. I have one of those. So, I don't even want to say I dated this boy, because he was a boy. And he's still a fucking boy. He's still a fucking boy. I love you, but you're still a fucking boy. Anyway, we met when I was actively doing karaoke in my 20s, and his dad was the karaoke guy. And we hung out quite a few times, hung out. And this one particular time that we hung out, we stayed with my second mom. I call her Muffin. And we got a little too rowdy, and we broke her pull-out sofa bed. Straight up broke it.
How do you do that? Because that can hold like 18 children in an apocalypse. And like that grandma and grandpa and their siblings.
I could not
Willy
tell you
Wonka.
any specifics. All I know is we were like, how are we going to how are we going to tell them when they wake up that we've done this? Like, having relations on their furniture. We done broke their furniture. And we're like trying to come up with a plan. Like, how are we going to replace this motherfucker? And you know, well, here they come downstairs and we're just sitting there at the kitchen table and both like, oh my God, how are we going to tell them? So, and she knew right away sitting down. She's like, what did you do? Like, because it was written all over our face. And the guy, his name was Billy. He couldn't keep a straight face for nothing.
I was banging your fucking granddaughter and I broke the bed in half.
So I was like, well, funny thing. And
funny thing.
Her and Daddy Dale start laughing their asses off. And they're like, we didn't like that couch anyway. We were going to get a new one. Just never thought it was going to be this quick. And I'm like, oh. But, they were trying to not make a big deal about it. But I broke their fucking couch, man. Like, and I wasn't, like, I was about this size, maybe even a little bit bigger, actually. And, he wasn't that big of a dude, but we must have, I don't remember, but we must have. And I just remember me and him carrying it out to the trash can as the neighbors are coming out. Like, what happened to Joyce and Dale's couch? I'm like, oh, I don't know. We're just moving it.
I have no idea. I think
Not
they
a
were
clue.
just getting a new one from IKEA.
Not a clue.
One of the Helfersturferstocks.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that was like one of those. And then I have another story. I can't disclose the individual because I'm sworn to secrecy on this. But we had went to a location one time. And it was getting ready to be over with the program we were at. And
were you at a Martina McBride concert?
I was at a Martina McBride concert, and it was getting ready to be over with, and Charlie Daniels was coming out. But we had to be home at a certain time because she had a husband, and I had kids, and blah, 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 blah. So we didn't have time for Charlie Daniels. We only had time for Martina. Well, Martina's set ended, and my friend was like, hey, come here. Tells me come into the bathroom. I go into the bathroom and she's like, guess what? And I said, what? And she's like, I've got an alibi. I've got an alibi. That means you have an alibi. You have an alibi. We're going to see Charlie Daniels. And I'm like, bitching. So we end up having, now, an orgy just means like, you're fucking in the same space, right?
Yeah, you don't have to actually be. You can be with one person the whole night. Okay, so we had an orgy. But fucking around 30 other people.
We had an orgy.
Right. Orgies are fun.
She had the daddy over here. I had the son over here. And then...
and these were backup singers for Charlie's Angels band?
Charlie Daniels, not Charlie's Angels. Backup singers for the Charlie Daniels band, yes. Devil definitely went down to Georgia that night. And,
down on Georgia. That's funny you said Georgia, because Georgia Peach.
Yeah. So that next morning, I had to go. We had no money. We had no cigarettes. And we were both smokers at the time. And my place of employment at that time was rather close to this location that we were at. Stella, shut up! We were also fat and hungry. She's barking at her reflection in the TV now.
Dogs are dumb.
She's so fucking dumb. So I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do. And then I go to change my clothes, and the clothes that I wore the night before I had accidentally put in the sink, and they didn't tell me that the sink dripped, so my clothes were fucking soaking wet. So I had to wear these big ass like hospital pants and shirt that old dude got sent home from the hospital in after like his cardiac surgery.
Ew, so it had gore stains on it.
I don't know. So we were not having a great morning. We had a great fucking night, but we were not having a good morning.
You're like, thanks, Charlie Daniels.
So we go and we roll up to this gas station and we call her friend. And he lives in the vicinity, and I'm like, look, I know it's like 7 a.m., and it may even have been earlier than that, but I'm like, look, we ain't got no food, and we's hungry. We ain't got no cigarettes, and we stressed. How can you help? So he, bless his heart, gets up out of bed, comes down to the gas station where we're at, gets us a pack of cigarettes. So we have our cigarettes, but our stomachs are like, our stomach thinks our throat's cut at this point.
Isn't it funny how straight boys will do anything?
Anything. Oh,
Even if
and
they're-
he's still to this day a sweetheart. I love
Even
him.
if they're not
I wish I could
getting
say his name.
Angelo, they're like, yeah, I'll come pick you up
He's an amazing
from
dude.
where you ran away to St. Louis with a trucker. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'll be there in a
maybe
little
done
bit.
that too. Maybe not St. Louis, but yeah. If my sister Amy sees this, she'd be like, "Yeah, the fuck she did. She got trying to take my ass with her." So anyway,
That's hot.
where
Because
was I?
truckers in the 90s would pick up teenagers. They wouldn't do it now.
Where was I? I got lost, Nikki.
I know. It's ADHD is fun. That's probably why half of you watch this.
Oh, what was I? I was talking about the
Was I right? Karaoke was the beginning of that.
Yeah, but this isn't that.
I'm like, right there's the beginning of that new thread.
Shit.
Worker, you guys had a pass out. You were at your place of employment eating in a hospital gown.
Okay. So dude brings us cigarettes. We get our cigarettes. And I can't pick up my check until I'll say noon, 1 o'clock. Okay? And it's early in the fucking
Right,
morning.
and
I
you
don't have
know-
enough gas to go anywhere.
And you know the check's been there since like
Right.
Tuesday. So you're
I
already
don't have
mad.
gas to go anywhere. I don't have money to go anywhere. And we literally are fucking starving. We're about to eat the flooring in the fucking car. And I'm like, well, let's just go to my job and we'll just sit there because it was hot. And I wasn't going to sit there and let my car run because I have much gas. I was like, it's hot. We'll just go sit in the freaking break room. I'll tell them what's going on. The boss was like, girl, it's fine. Go down to the break room. Take your friend with you. You'll be happy you did. We go down in that break room where it's the coolest. Stella, don't you even start your horse
I
shit.
could already tell there's like donuts or like eggs or something.
Spread. They had a carry-in that day. And it was like when we walked in there, the angels were fucking singing like,
It's like,
here's
bacon!
your reward for having sexual relations. Cigarettes and fruit trays and cheese with veggies and dip, bitch. And we sat there and fucking ate until my check came.
And everybody was like, where did the food go?
Right. Where did the food go?
I know I brought some celery.
Orgies make you fucking tired. Stop!
Yeah, because you gotta think, if you're having sex for
I
like
made the other one bark.
3 or 4 hours. Like,
Oh, it went on for a
me,
while.
that would be 500 to 800 calories per hour.
You know, it was so funny because that wasn't our only encounter with those two.
Mm-hmm.
And the son had made the joke one time about dad not being able to get it up. And my friend was like, I don't know about that. Because it worked fine for me. And I'm like, bitch,
Shut the fuck up. Nobody
I
was supposed
need
to
you
know.
to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But, yeah.
You're like, my oldest child is actually Charlie Daniels' kid.
Charlie Daniels fathered my child.
I'm trying to think of the first orgy that I went to.
Oh my God. Shut up, dogs.
I think it was around 1999. It was after high school, and it was the Rocky Horror era.
Ah,
So-
that was sexy.
It was like, kinda. It was everybody that went to Rocky at like some apartment that literally the front door opened onto Hess Park in the Oregon District.
Oh, so there's a lot of people coming and going.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy.
Literally coming and
Mm-hmm.
going. Wow.
I did not participate. I was just a voyeur.
Some people like to browse.
I was not at that age yet.
Yeah.
Like where I was like, yay, group sex.
Yeah.
No,
it's a whole thing. Like, you got to ease into it. And sometimes you have to sit down and actually technically plan it detail for detail in order to be comfortable, or it just miraculously happens like it did with me and old girl.
Well, and when you're a young chunkster, you're not really like...
I feel you. Me too.
Into your body being like...
You don't realize how perfect you are until you are so much older, and you appreciate every... Like...
Yeah, because
every nook and cranny of you that can still move.
Right? It's like, I know I'm hot and sexy now.
Like, yeah,
like... But 19-year-old me did not think that. And
kids, if you are under 40 and you are watching this, if you think you don't give a fuck right now, wait till you hit 40.
Oh, it's fun. That's when you start saying things like all your inner thoughts at the grocery store.
Just to see what people say.
And you know what? I have so many people tell me, oh my God, I love you. Or I'll pretend like I'm on the phone and just say a bunch of dumb shit, and people will just start laughing because they can hear me.
Mm-hmm. It's just to make people laugh. Make people smile. You don't have to walk around with a fucking frown on your face all day. But now, we are almost to the end of the podcast because we're rounding up on that hour, and we want to put on the content of me doing the house, and the dogs are about ready to... They're about done. So,
they can't hear the
thank you so much for coming to my humble abode, and we will attach to the end of this video my DIY before, during, and after.
Yeah, you guys are in for it. Yay!
Thanks for joining me.
Yes, thank you for coming to see us on episode 11.
I want to say hi to my bestie friend, Brittany, who watches every week religiously.
Hi, Brittany.
And if I don't send her a link, or let her know when this pod's dropping every week, I get mass messages like...
Same thing. I gotta shout out Becca. She loves to listen to us while she takes a bath.
Ooh, Becca. Yeah. You're taking a bath right now.
She is probably...
What does your toes look like?
She is totally in the bath right now. I 100% guarantee it.
You shaving your legs, Becca?
Yeah, that was probably about 5 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago.
Oh, so that's what you're shaving now then. Okay. Mm-hmm. You go, girl.
Thank you, fans. We love you. We love you long time.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh my God.
We weren't recording that whole time.
Shut up.
I'm lying.
Oh my God, that was about to make my pussy drop. I was going to be like, it's so hard to be...
Do you get manic when you get bored? Well, honey, take that bra off and let's do something with this kitchen. Don't tell me you can't because you rent. I've lived in this heifer for 8 years. So let me just secure my hair so it's not getting in my way. Our counters were really, what is this naughty pants? Kind of shit, okay? So I found some contact / wallpaper that's actually made for countertops. It's a thicker stick, and it's shiny, and it's fabulous. Now, this is what I'm going to be using as my backsplash. Now, this right here is wallpaper that I hung. This has been like this for probably 5 years. This is going to go behind my stove, and then where this stuff is, it'll be this dark. My kitchen's gonna be really dark, and I'm not used to that. My kitchen's always very not dark, but I'm in my dark bitch phase. We lived in a house before this, and we lived there for years, like 7 years, and then we moved here. In the 7 years that we lived there, we made friends with people that live down the street, two streets over, across the street, and one house back, 3 houses up. But now the remainder of it, one thought we were Satan, and the other thought we were young whippersnappers. Well, they might have been right. Somebody asked me how my weight loss journey's going. Oh, wait. But summer's coming, bitches. Hey, listen, I done canceled my second knee injection. I got my back injection yesterday. Yes, it was a little rough on you, girl, but now today, because I already got my steroid injection in the knee already. This was a jail for lubrication. And I got my back injection yesterday. That shit goes all the way down your leg. I don't know if you're aware of that. So that actually helps as well. I'm unstoppable today, mofos. Bippity boppity boop in this bullshit. This peel and stick, it is made in China, but it's from Merverkoi. This peel and stick, right? Yes, it says. Yes. Hey, unicorns. My kitchen is done. And I can't show it to you in this condition because I'm not ready for the day of the podcast. After a slight delay, a huge fucking injury, a little bit of a nap, I am ready to do the big reveal and show you my kitchen. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start like this. Everything you see here was not here when I moved in. This island was built by myself and my birth mother with the help of my husband, of course. There is a single cabinet there with a door in it and a pull-out. We covered that. There is also a separate unit that was part of like some kitchen appliances that we found at the Salvation Army. So we had that just singularly here for the longest time just as an island, and you could walk all the way around. Well, then we got a bigger idea, and when my birth mother lived here, she made cakes. I too make cakes. I like to have room, and so we made this longer with the use of just a long-ass piece of board and some drywall. And we put, you guessed it, peel and stick on top of it. Peel and stick. Now this is all revamped. So yeah, this is actually peel and stick. It actually looks like, you know, the countertops. And I think that's just the kitten's titties. That is just really amazing. And as we round about here, we see what I've done here. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If you've got bumps in there, that's fine. Those are bricks. They're supposed to have some sort of texture, contrast type shit. So, this right here is what it looks like behind my island. Why, Kathy, what are you doing with this shower curtain here? Well, bitch, I'm going to show you. This is where my fucking trash can is. So, when you go to spill stuff, this catches it and you can just wipe it clean. And it's a peekaboo and it's friendly. Blah, 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 blah. So, yes, this is what I have done. With the help of my wonderful husband, who's always and forever been tired of my shit for 17 years. He's been tired of my shit. Oh, wait a minute. Do you remember my door horse, Watsy? He's still under there. But my husband told me it's about time to send Watsy to pasture, and I just don't like that idea. So I did this. There is a window here, but that's not a window, that's a door. It's my fucking house. Design on a dime. So, you've got to look for things on Bidfa. You're going to look for things at the Salvation Army. You're going to look for things on the side of the damn street, bitch. One man's trash is another man's treasure. This back here, these two things, those are deep freezers. Guess what's on them? Peel and stick contact paper, bitch. Peel and stick, bitch. It's renter friendly. And when my landlord sees this, because he knew we were doing this, when he sees this, he's going to go, doo-dah, because he's an older gentleman and that's his catchphrase. Doo-dah. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you guys next week. If you want to hire me,